What's your superpower? Now, in a time gone by, superpower referred to like the great nations, yes or yes? But thank God for pop psychology. The question before us is, what is your superpower? And you can go online, you can take all kinds of inventories, and the gist of it is that every one of us have a superpower. Now think about, what is a superpower? It's something that when you hit the field, it just makes you exceptional and extraordinary. Sports commentators, they talk about a team's superpower. You go and again online, you can figure out what your own superpower is. It is that force that's in you that makes you different, extraordinary, exceptional. And again, when you hit the field, it makes everything different. Yes or yes? Yes. Very exciting, yes? Yes? So the question, what's your superpower? It can be empathy. You can be like a force of organization. You can be the hardest worker, whatever your superpower is. Very exciting, yes? And for us today, the scriptures outline what is our spiritual superpower. The thing that makes everything different. In the middle of this Lenten season, our superpower, forgiveness. What's our superpower?
Forgiveness.
What's our superpower?
Forgiveness.
Often underutilized. We choose to try and not use it as much as possible. But what's our superpower?
Forgiveness.
Follow the scriptures today. First of all, to the very familiar gospel. Think about the Father's forgiveness. Everything changes in that moment when the Father forgives. Powerful story of forgiveness. Everything looks different in that moment of forgiveness. Go to the second reading today. In the middle of this Lenten season, Jesus took his cross for us so that he might reconcile us between heaven and earth. And it literally goes on to say that in Jesus, everything is made new. And if God can find a way to forgive us, then you and I are called to be, quote unquote, ministers of reconciliation, ministers of forgiveness, because everything changes when God forgives and reconciles with us and we with God. And everything changes when we have the grace to forgive one another. Every conversation looks different when we have the ability to forgive. Or go to the first reading, it starts off. So you have to understand that first reading. The people of Israel, they were beating themselves up. They were filled with angst because they made stupid choices. The very first line, and God removes the reproach, meaning that when we come to the Lord, even the ways that we beat ourselves up and the angst that we carry, when we give that to God, the rest of that reading, everything changes. What's our superpower? Forgiveness. We see that best in the way that the Father embraces and forgives his Son. And the gospel goes on. You and I have a choice every day. We can be like that brother, hold on to the grudges, be angry, or we can forgive. Which one of these is going to get you a happier, healthier, and holy life? Answer?
Forgive.
Even go on and do the investigation, if you will. If you have high blood pressure, forgiveness lowers your blood pressure. And every study shows that when you find the grace to forgive, you are healthier, you are happier, you are certainly holier, and you have lower blood pressure. How can this be a bad thing? What's our superpower? St. Paul says in our second reading, Christ reconciles us with the Father. All our sins forgiven, so that we can find our way to heaven. Everything made new. And you and I are called to be ministers of reconciliation, ministers of forgiveness. Number one, as you walk into the week, take a prayer card home, find your own crucifix, and reflect on the cross of Jesus Christ. There is a perfect parallelism between the outstretched arms of the Father in the gospel today and the outstretched arms of Jesus and his love for us. Reflect on the depth, the breadth, the width of God's merciful love. His mercy is, his mercy is, his love is, his forgiveness is. It is more than anything you need if you come to the Lord. Secondly, what does it mean for you to be a minister of reconciliation in your own life? Where are the spots, those moments, and those people that you need to seek reconciliation and forgiveness with and forgiveness from? Do the work and do that work now. And thirdly, all through the season of Lent, go to the cross. We come to the cross. We lay our cares before you. Lord, hear our prayer. Help me out. We come to the cross. We lay our cares before you. Lord, hear our prayer. Go to that table, write your reproach, write the angst, the burden, the regret that you've been carrying around for 2 weeks, 2 months, and 25 years. The first reading, the power of that first reading, the people felt guilty, they felt ashamed, they were beating themselves up because they made bad, dumb choices. And it was God who had the ability to remove them. Literally write that and give it to the cross, give it to Jesus Christ. Because in that moment, it is a good and gracious God that can set you free. Everything new in Jesus Christ. What's our superpower? We come to the cross. We lay our cares before you. Lord, hear our prayer.